The sun sets over the village of Igboland, casting a warm reddish glow over the earth and illuminating the silhouettes of thatched huts, creating a tranquil yet tense atmosphere. A sense of unease lingers as whispers pass through the crowd, signaling that this year's festival holds more than just celebration. The tension is palpable. Ebele moves gracefully through the crowd, her vibrant Adaya cloth flowing as the beads around her waist and legs sparkle in the fading light, drawing quiet admiration from the onlookers. Ebele's dark skin glows in the golden light, but her expression reveals a deep burden, as the weight of her late father's charge to protect the sacred land sits heavily on her shoulders. Ebele's eyes meet those of Ochukwu, the village's towering warrior chief, who stands in the crowd with a commanding presence, his strong frame adorned in red beads symbolizing his power. Ochukwu's gaze is intense as he locks eyes with Ebele, sensing the unspoken bond between them, and steps forward with concern in his eyes. Ebele stops in her tracks as Ochukwu speaks, his deep voice resonating with concern. "Something weighs on your mind. I can see it in your eyes." Ebele pauses, her heart tightens, and she finally confesses, her voice soft but full of dread. "I've learned of a plot, Ochukwu, the sacred land. There are those who wish to sell it." Ochukwu's expression hardens, his jaw clenched in resolve, as he responds fiercely, "I will not allow it. We will protect what is ours." The weight of the truth dawns on Ebele as she reflects on the bitter reality that some villagers now view the sacred land as a commodity to be sold, even her own uncle being lured by wealth. As the festival continues around them, Ebele slips away from the crowd, her heart heavy, seeking solace beneath the sacred tree that stands as a symbol of her ancestors' strength and unity. The sacred tree, bathed in the twilight, is surrounded by a circle of calm, offering a brief respite for Ebele as she contemplates the promise she made to her father. Ebele's thoughts are interrupted by the sound of footsteps, and she turns to see Ochukwu standing in the shadows, his silhouette imposing against the night sky. Ochukwu approaches her, his voice low but firm. "You are not alone in this fight, Ebele. Whatever comes, we will face it together." Ebele looks deeply into his eyes, searching for doubt but finding none, and for a moment, the weight of the world seems a little less heavy. Her voice quivers as she confesses her fear. "I don't want you to be caught in this, Ochukwu. I would rather lose the land than lose you." Ochukwu's expression softens as he gently touches her cheek, his voice a reassuring whisper. "You will not lose me. We are bound by more than just this land. We are bound by blood, by tradition, by love." The following morning, as the festival's final celebration takes place, an uneasy tension fills the air, whispers of outsiders seeking to buy the sacred land stirring among the villagers. The villagers, divided over whether to protect the land or sell it for wealth, stand together in uneasy silence as they wait for the outsiders to arrive. The outsiders appear, cold and businesslike, armed with papers and promises, their presence starkly contrasting with the warm, vibrant atmosphere of the festival. Ochukwu steps forward, towering over the outsiders, his voice commanding and unwavering. "You will not take what is ours. We will not sell the land." The outsiders respond with smug confidence, one of them sneering, "You have no choice. The land is already ours." A struggle ensues, chaotic and intense, as Ochukwu leads the villagers in defense of their home, with the sounds of clashing bodies and cries filling the air. Ebele stands by Ochukwu's side, her heart racing as the fight unfolds, knowing that this moment had been inevitable, but still unprepared for the violence it brings. Ochukwu's strength is on full display as he fights with the power of a lion, his muscles rippling with each strike, but the numbers of the outsiders begin to overwhelm them. Ebele watches in horror as Ochukwu is struck down by one of the attackers, his massive form falling to the ground with a sickening thud. "No!" Ebele cries out in disbelief, rushing to his side and dropping to her knees, her hands trembling as she checks his pulse, desperately hoping for life. She feels a faint pulse and whispers frantically, "Ochukwu, stay with me. We need to fight back." Ochukwu smiles weakly, his strength fading, and whispers softly, "The fight is yours now, Ebele. You are the future. Protect them, protect our people." Tears fill Ebele's eyes as she watches him slip away, the man she loved, the man who had stood by her, now fading before her. Ebele's grief is raw, her heart breaking, but she steels herself as she looks at Ochukwu one last time, her resolve hardening as the fight rages on around her. As the villagers falter in morale without Ochukwa, Ebele steps forward, her heart filled with grief and love, and leads them with a newfound strength and determination. The villagers rally behind her, their spirits lifted by her courage, and together they begin to turn the tide of battle. The outsiders, seeing their defeat looming, begin to retreat, their faces filled with fear and disbelief as the villagers press on with unity and strength. Victory is declared as the outsiders flee, but the cost is high, with the village mourning the loss of one of its greatest warriors. Ebele returns to the sacred tree, her heart heavy with loss, and stands alone beneath its branches, seeking comfort from the spirits of her ancestors. She whispers into the night, calling out to Ochukwa's spirit, "Your spirit will live on in me. I will protect this land, just as you would have." Ebele makes a vow to herself, the weight of her loss tempered by the strength of her resolve. She will carry on the legacy of their ancestors and the love she shared with Ochukwa. The village celebrates the new Yam Festival, but the absence of Ochukwa is felt deeply by all, as his spirit lives on in their hearts and their fight for the land.